Welcome to Learning English for Academic and Professional Purposes, or the LEAP Intensive English program at Wright State University. The LEAP Intensive English program prepares students for success in academic and professional programs. We hope you enjoy this short instructional video. Hello, my name is Tom Fenton, and I'm an instructor with the LEAP Intensive English program here at Wright State University. In today's video, I'll be looking at the reading section of the International English Language Testing System, or IELTS. I'll be going over some general guidelines that you can use when starting this section of the test. The reading section of the IELTS test is 1 hour long and consists of 3 reading passages and 40 questions. Each section will have different reading tasks that will evaluate your understanding of the passages in different ways. It's important to understand that your score in this section of the test will be converted into a band score. Keep in mind what your target is when you're preparing for this section of the test. Now let's take a look at a sample passage and talk about some of the first steps you can take when starting this section of the test.
Okay, so this is a pretty typical passage that you could find in the reading section of the IELTS test. And the first step is to just take a quick scan of the passage itself and just note anything that stands out. If there is any information that you can kind of clearly pick up from topic sentences or information that just stands out generally. I am noticing right off the bat that it seems to be a passage about elephants. And I'm also noting that each paragraph starts with a letter, and that's going to be important because that will relate to one of the tasks that I'm going to have to deal with soon. I'm also noting that science and research seems to be common words that are appearing in some of these paragraphs, and so that's also going to help me. But that's all I really want to do with the passage. The next step is to go directly to the tasks themselves and to see how much time you're going to need to spend in answering them. In this passage, we find it actually starts with a question task, and it's a heading match. I find usually at least one, if not 2, reading passages in the reading section will start off with a heading match. And we'll go over strategies to deal with this task in a future video, but it's one that takes some time to do as it involves scanning through the whole passage. I'm going to move on now to the next reading task, and usually within 12 to 14 questions, you'll find 2 to 4, but usually 3 different tasks are very common to find. Also note, I've only got 20 minutes to answer them all for this passage. All right, questions 6 to 10 are a true, false, not given. This is a task that requires a very close reading of very specific parts of the passage. Again, we'll cover strategies for this section in a future video. The third and final task for this reading passage is a detail set, and that is a no more than 2 words in which you need to answer very specific questions about the passage using, you guessed it, no more than 2 words.
Most test takers and students that I've talked to tell me that the time limit is the biggest challenge that they face with this task. It is important to follow the task directions and focus on the questions. You only have 15 to 20 minutes for each passage in the questions, so use your time well. We hope you have enjoyed this short instructional video. For more information on the LEAP Intensive English program, check out the links in the description. You can visit our website, check us out on social media, or email us at leapadmissions@wright.edu.